Guys, it's the Red One here. Welcome back to my Versus series. Now, I hope you guys like my Freddy vs. Jason hoodie. I think it really fits the Versus series really well to have a Freddy vs. Jason hoodie on. So, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed Leatherface versus a UFC fighter and The Thing versus Smile Demon. Now, The Thing versus Smile Demon actually got a decent amount of views, and it got 9 likes, which is really good. 9 likes is incredibly good. Anyway, someone really liked The Thing versus Smile Demon as well, even commented, I can't wait to see what The Thing goes against next. Now, yeah, don't worry guys, in the future The Thing will definitely have more versus matches. And even the Smile Demon will. You know, the Smile Demon may have lost to The Thing, but it will be in future versus matches and could even win a future versus match. You know, it could even beat other, entities and demons, other things like that. But that'll be for a future versus match. So, welcome back to the Versus series. Who do we have versing each other today? So, we have Anton from No Country for Old Men versus Jason Voorhees. Now, important to note what Jason I'm going to be using, because as you know, in the Friday the 13th films and films like that, there's a lot of different versions of Jason, and people debate, even until this day, the abilities of Jason and what he can actually do. So, what Jason am I going to be using for this versus match? I'm going to be using the Jason from Freddy vs. Jason. I'm going to be using that Jason, the Jason in 2003 versus Anton. So, just to clarify what Jason I was using there. So, of course, Jason will have all the abilities that he has in Freddy vs. Jason. He's already dead, and he comes back to kill people that killed him when he was murdered at Camp Crystal Lake. A summer camp where Jason was there, and all the kids there pushed him in the water, the lake, and killed him. Pretty sad, actually. Poor Jason. Anyway, but that's the Jason I'm going to be using. So, before we get on with the scenario, because I do have one, who do I think would win? Anton versus Jason Voorhees. If I'm honest with you, I think Jason would probably win. I believe the odds would be in his favour, because in my scenario, which I will be doing in a minute, Anton doesn't know who Jason is. Now, if Anton knew who Jason was, and he knew the abilities of Jason, he could well be more prepared to verse him. But in my scenario, Anton doesn't know who Jason is, and he doesn't know the abilities of him. So, I believe the odds would be in Jason's favour. I feel Jason would win, but what do you guys think? Do you think Anton would beat Jason? I think he very well could beat Jason. Anton is a skilled assassin psychopath, you know what I mean? He could easily beat Jason, but in my scenario and my kind of universe, Anton doesn't know who Jason is, and he doesn't know the abilities of Jason. So, before we do the versus match, who are these guys? So, if you guys want to know a full thing of who they are, I will explain them, but before you watch this versus match and the scenario, I fully recommend going to watch Freddy vs. Jason or any of the other Jason films and go watch No Country for Old Men. And do remember that in these versus matches, these scenarios are created by me, but I might be using some locations that are actually seen in the film, so there could be spoilers there. So, before you watch this versus match, go watch No Country for Old Men and Freddy vs. Jason or any other type of Jason film. You guys just finished watching them? Good films, aren't they? I highly recommend them. Anyway, so I highly recommend watching them so you get a more grips with the scenario and who these people are. So, let's get into grips with the characters. So, Anton from No Country for Old Men is a murdering psychopath, but he's a skilled psychopath. As you see, he's very good with his shotgun and his sniper rifle. He kills people. He will show no mercy. He doesn't care who you are, where you're from. He will kill you. Stone dead. You know, he's a murdering psychopath, and he's very skilled. And he's always on the hunt for the briefcase full of money. Really good film, No Country for Old Men. Highly recommended. You know, the 2000s, one of the greatest generations, the generation I grew up in, is one of the greatest generations for songs, TV series, films, games, honestly. And that is one of the greatest films of all time and from the 2000s. So, Jason, the Jason I'm going to be using, is from Freddy vs. Jason 2003. Now, Jason in that one, was murdered by kids at Camp Crystal Lake, a summer camp where he was pushed in, and the camp counselors, being dumbasses, wasn't paying attention and to what was going on. Jason unfortunately drowned and then came back to kill people that killed him in Camp Crystal Lake. And other people as well. Jason really doesn't care who you are, really. He'll just kill you. And Jason is already dead. As you see in Freddy vs. Jason, when Freddy tries to stab Jason in the heart, it does nothing. Jason, I'm not really sure if you can feel pain really, but it doesn't kill Jason. Jason still gets to his feet and rips Freddy's arm off. Really good scene, actually. I recommend watching it. Anyway, so, you know what I said. I feel Jason would win. That's only because Anton doesn't know who Jason is or his abilities. So, let's play out my scenario, shall we? Here's my scenario. So, Anton is tracking the money. He's got that little beeper thing, that's in the briefcase or suitcase, briefcase. What was it in the film? I think it was. No, it was a briefcase. It was some sort of briefcase. I'm pretty sure it was some sort of type of briefcase. So anyway, the tracker beeping thing is in the briefcase, and it leads Anton to the motel. It leads him there, and he's just driving. He's driving to the motel, and he's trying to get as close as he can to the beeping, because the beeping is coming from the briefcase with the money in it. So Anton's just pulling up, and he's trying to track the beeping coming from the briefcase as best as he can. He gets to a door, uses that gas canister thing he's got to blow the lock through, smashes in, and it kind of takes place similar how it does in the film. He breaks in and sees the Mexicans are in there. At least I think they're Mexicans. But anyway, he breaks in, and there's that Mexican guy that's laying on the bed, tries to pull his gun out, but Anton blows his hand off and then shoots him straight in the chest, and then kills the other two Mexican guys in the bathroom as well. So the money's not in here. Anton's frustrated. However, he hears chaos and commotion coming from the room next door. He hears screaming and people in agony. Anton immediately thinks maybe all that screaming and pain's coming in there because people are in there fighting for the money. Anton reloads his shotgun and heads to the other room. The other room is not locked. The door is actually half open. I mean, not half open, like a tiny bit open, Anton just straight boots the door in and sees a guy facing away from him with a machete. It's Jason. Jason turns around, machete in hand. Anton sees him, straight pulls his shotgun, boom, shoots Jason in the chest. Jason flies back and smashes his back and head off the wall, falls to the ground. But he's not dead. But Anton thinks he's dead, because Anton doesn't know who Jason is, and he doesn't know the abilities of Jason. He doesn't realise that Jason's already dead. Because I said he falls back and he thinks he's dead, if you know what I mean. But he doesn't realise that Jason's already dead. So, Jason's just, temporarily stunned, but Anton doesn't know that. Anton walks more into the room, sees dead bodies that Jason has killed with his machete. He goes into the bathroom and looks around for the money. But before he went into the bathroom, he did look under the bed and things like that. But after he's done that, he goes into the bathroom. Just has a look around and just see if maybe the money's in there. He walks back out, and as he walks out, all the bodies are there except for Jason's. He notices that Jason's body is gone. Anton immediately is confused, thinking, I shot him clean in the chest. That should have killed him. Anton is actually nervous, gets his shotgun, and just kind of stands there thinking, where the hell is that body? He looks to his right, no one's there. He looks to his left, and Jason is right there. Anton immediately tries to hit Jason with his gun, but Jason grabs the gun and headbutts Anton with his hockey mask, breaking Anton's nose and stunning him. Jason then boots Anton to the floor and is ready to kill him. Machete up, and he swings it down, but Anton, even in his dazed state, manages to move out the way, kicks Jason in the stomach and gets up, and he grabs the machete. Now Jason and Anton are both holding onto the machete and trying to get it off each other. They immediately do the best to do what they can do. Anton does have a knife in his pocket, just in case melee combat ever comes in his way. He grabs the knife and sticks it in Jason's stomach, but it does nothing. Anton is thinking, who the hell is this guy? How can he just survive all this? Because he doesn't realise who Jason is. Then Jason elbows Anton. Then, obviously, as he's elbowed him, Anton lets go of the machete. Then Jason, with his hand in the air, slashes Anton right onto the chest, and Anton falls to the ground. Jason picks him back up, holds him up, and stabs Anton right through the chest, pulls the machete out again, stabs him right through the stomach, then pulls the machete out again. Anton falls to his knees, bleeding out. Jason, with both hands, literally like a baseball bat swing, cuts Anton's head off. Jason is victorious. Now, After that, Jason just leaves, and well, yeah, that's it. Jason's not really interested in the money. I mean, Jason doesn't even know there's money here. He hasn't broke into this motel to find the money. He's just broke into the motel to kill people because he's a murderer psychopath. You know what I mean? So, I give Jason the victory. In my scenario, Jason wins. If you think Anton has won, that's fine. I believe Anton would have a better chance of winning if he knew who Jason was. Because Jason may be already dead, yeah, but when you fight things or entities or people in, horror films or type of scenarios that are already dead, the best thing you can do is to decapitate them, remove their arms and head. Because if they're immortal and you remove their head, they're not going to be able to do much as a head, are they? I mean, unless they have the ability to grow another head, but that's a story for another day. So I believe Jason would win because Anton wouldn't know who Jason was or the abilities of him. Now, however, if Anton knew who Jason was and he knew the abilities of Jason Voorhees, I believe Anton would stand more of a chance because he wouldn't just aim for the chest of Jason. He would aim for his head and then just decapitate his head. You know what I mean? So I believe Anton would probably win then, but Jason would have the advantage of Anton not knowing who Jason was or Jason's abilities. So I believe Jason would win in that scenario. So, my pick is Jason, because of the scenario I just mentioned. But who do you guys think would win? Do you think Anton would win, regardless of knowing who Jason was or Jason's abilities? Let me know. So, that's my Versus series for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've got plenty more Versus series lined up. Plenty more. And I've also got another one with Jason in it. Plenty more with Jason in it, and plenty more. I just can't wait to do them all. So that's my one for today. Anton versus Jason Voorhees. So tell me if you guys enjoyed it. Who do you think would win? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Jason would win or Anton would win? Let me know. Don't be shy to let me know in the comments. I'm not bothered if you guys think Anton would win. That would not be a bad pick at all. It's a battle of opinions and facts, and I would love to hear yours on them. Anyway, that's the end of this Versus series. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the Red One signing out. Much loved, as always. Bye-bye.